we've got a lot of returners. So like we have to that's been kind of a thing I've tried to take on myself a little bit, is like we got to blend this group together. Like how did those things fit together? And I think as of recently they really started to, and I think it's a team that it's going to be fun to watch. I think we move the ball a lot better than maybe we have in the past, and I think we play really hard. Like defensively, I think we just get after it, which is really nice.
It is both the start of a new conference era for WIU women's basketball collectively within the OVC, and more personally, the final hurrah for Mallory McDermott, an intersection that has created an imperative for Miss Mallory to raise the bar at a place she has come to love.
I think as somebody who's been here 4 years, we take a lot of pride in that. Like that's something that we want to kind of embody this year and make our identity. Like we are just a group of kids that love Western, we love playing at Western, and we've been here the whole time. And I think that's why it's exciting going to a new conference with that group that can really make some noise, hopefully.
To that cause, J.D. Gravina feels he's better armed with a roster to do exactly that.
I mean, I think we really want to get back to being a team that plays with really good pace. And you have to trust your players a lot to play with that pace, because just because you're playing fast doesn't mean you're checking up bad shots. And I think sometimes we would get into that cycle a little bit last year. So I want to be a team that's playing with great pace, but picking other teams apart, attacking, kicking, making the extra pass. And then just a team that plays really hard. And I think sometimes we've taken steps to that, but maybe haven't had the consistency that this team can have, where anyone that steps, their foot on the floor, once you cross that end line, you're on the floor. Like you're just absolutely getting after it the whole time. And I actually can see that out of our team, especially lately in practice. And so I think we could really embrace that. And I told them at the beginning of the year, we have the potential to maybe be the best intangible team in the country. And I think in practice we've done a pretty good job of that. We've gone up and down a little bit, but really we're locked in the last week or two of being that team, and that can kind of be our identity.
Now, the Leathernecks still aren't very big per se, which means a bigger role for WIU's longest tenured player, former Highland star Kennedy Flanagan.
Yeah, and she's one of those kids I talked about that's just super experienced, and she does every single little thing right. Probably one of our best players as far as her offensive movement is concerned. Has really defended well this year. I think in our practice stats, she's leading the team in block shots and is starting to use her length a little bit better. Playing hard, setting a good example of always being in a good posture. So she's just one of those kids, I think, that when she focuses on all those little things that she does well, can really help us and again be someone that helps those young kids come along.
On balance, however, it's more what the Leathernecks are rather than what they are not that is fueling optimism in Macomb.
Excited about our team. We've got a great combination of, I think, some really talented young kids, and I think we've got a really good group of experienced kids that are in their 4th, 5th, 6th, and maybe even 7th years, and so they're helping to bring the young kids along, and I'm excited about our depth and how hard we're going to play this year, and I think a big key is going to be our unselfishness.